Drills Talk, episode 95. In this episode, we're going to discuss the top 5 reasons to put yourself first. This is based on a blog I wrote in the past entitled You First. This sounds extremely selfish. This sounds out of the ordinary for most of us. A lot of us like to take pride in putting someone else or something else in front of us or before us. And we think that we're going to win some sort of prize. But we're actually setting ourselves up to be unhappy, extremely busy, and feeling unappreciated or underappreciated. And I'm going to discuss 5 reasons why we should reverse that and put ourselves first for the benefit of everybody. Let's go.
Yo, Drills.
Drills Talk, episode 95. In this episode, we're going to discuss the top 5 reasons to put yourself first. But before we get started, please like, subscribe, show your love however you would like to show your love. Here we're an entrepreneurship-based channel. Every Monday, we have a new blog. Every Wednesday, a new Drills Talk, new vlog. Every Friday, I release a new beat produced by yours truly, just to show you what I'm doing when I'm not making YouTube videos. Get your weekend started right. Thanks for listening, and thanks for watching. Let's get started. Number 1. Number 1 is the happiest version of you. The happiest version of you is when you've already taken care of everything that you wanted to do for yourself. How much more beneficial or more of a help can you be when you know you've taken care of everything you need to do for yourself? So if a friend calls you and they need help and you know you just knocked out your to-do list for the week, how much more of a help would you be when you're with them, as opposed to saying, okay, let me drop everything that I have to do, help this friend or help this family member. And then when their problem is done, I'm going to go back to my house and have my problem. Does that seem like you'll be very happy? Does that seem like a good situation to put yourself into? It's not. And verbally, it sounds like it's a bad idea, but we do it to ourselves every day, all the time. And why do we do it? There's no prize, no award ceremony, nothing. Other people's problems get resolved, and then we still have ours to go back to. It's not a fair trade. It's messing with us. And then we get to the point of, okay, well, yeah, I'm always the person who helps. I'm the person that they call. And then we start kind of half-assing helping out people because we know we have to go back to our problem. And when we go back to our problem, these other people are usually not around the way you're around when they have a problem. So now they're not getting the help they used to get because you're not giving it, and you're still going back to your problem and not getting it. So now no one wins. Now we're in a really bad situation. And how do we get here? Because you chose to not put yourself first and create the happiest form of you. Number 2. Number 2 is respect at work. So if we're in the corporate world or you're working, even if you're working in a fast food joint, it doesn't matter. It's all work. But respect at work shows that people understand that work is second and my home and my personal life is first. And if you put that out there, you get more respect at work. People respect your time when you're there. They respect your time when it's time to go. They respect your decision if you need to leave because something's going on with the family. But if you go into a job or a situation to where no matter what, it seems that job comes first, everyone knows that, everyone sees that, and they will take advantage of it. And I'm speaking from experience. I'm not just blabbering. All right. I've had experience with corporations, the mega corporations, right? And I'm working with them as a consultant, as a contractor. And I see people who are there before me. I'm getting there at 7 a.m. because I want to leave at like 3:30, right? So I'm getting there early. I put in my 8 and I'm out because I'm a contractor, right? But they get there before me. So that means that they're up at 5 a.m., right? They get to the office probably 6:30 because when I'm getting there at 7, they already have their cup of coffee. They're chilling. They're clacking on the keyboard, right? Now I'm out at 3:30, 4 o'clock, right? They're still there and they're setting up meetings for 4 o'clock. Meaning that they're not leaving until 5, maybe a little after 5, if anything comes up or anyone needs help before they go. So it's 24 hours in a day. They've given up 12 just from waking up to leaving. But they're leaving in the dead of rush hour, meaning that it probably takes them a little more time than it would. Let's say they live an hour away. With traffic, could be another half an hour or an hour. So that's 14 hours you've given. You're dead tired, right? And you come home to whoever's at your house. Now, if it's nobody, then okay. But the majority of people have someone at the house, even if it's a parent, if it's a significant other, or if it's children. But you have nothing to give them because work didn't respect your time. And work didn't respect your time because technically you didn't respect your time. You've given up 14 hours of the day, maybe 15. You haven't slept. You haven't ate dinner. You haven't spent time with the people at your home. You haven't done anything for yourself outside of work. So that respect factor, even though you think, oh, well, at work, they know I'm a hard worker. I'll do anything for the team. But if something comes up, they're like, oh, well, but can you finish this first and then go? And they only have the gumption to say something like that because you haven't set the boundaries that my family, my personal life comes first. Try it out. See the difference. Number three is open communication in relationships. In the beginning, we both sides, you don't want to have too much conflict, right? But the best thing to do in the beginning is to be open and say exactly what you like and exactly what you don't like. Most likely, we've both come from other relationships, right? We know exactly what we didn't want. And we don't want to compare other people and bring in what we didn't like from the other relationship. But it's probably the best idea to do because you say, okay, well, my past relationship could have been great, but I just couldn't stand this. And they can say the same thing. And now in the beginning, you know exactly what would set that person off. And you're going to try not to do that. It may not be in your personality anyway, but at least you know that this is something that they don't like. And they know that this is something that I don't like. So you've taken something off the table that was definitely a deal breaker in the last relationship. Open communication has already made that relationship better than the last one. And all you had to do was voice your concerns. All you had to do was be honest. All you had to do was put yourself first. It's not a selfish thing because you putting yourself first has allowed that person to put themselves first. And now y'all know exactly what's going on. Y'all on the same playing field. And y'all have already got a plus based on the comparison of your last relationship to where communication is more open and we're more willing to not do that thing that the other person doesn't like. Number four is open communication with children. So a lot of us, our kids, they look at us and they have those little baby eyes and they look like you and you don't want to say no and they're pouting, but you need to have open communication with them. You need to let them understand that, hey, for dinner, we're having this. And everybody's going to try it. Because kids are only going to eat what they say or what they allow to eat, right? So you're not going to have a kid who only wants nuggets and fries if you're introducing fruits and vegetables and baked chicken and maybe baked fries instead of fries from McDonald's or Wendy's. If they're introduced to real food, they're going to enjoy real food. Now, they may not like everything, but they won't be asking for processed garbage every night and expecting you to prepare it even though you prepared a real meal for them because you're having open communication. And open communication can say, this is what we're having. I never had that before, Dad, or I never had that before, Mom. Well, you're going to try it tonight. And they try it and they like it. And now you're building a menu that everybody in the family likes. And it's easier to prepare dinner on a nightly basis. And you don't have to prepare two dinners, one for you and the adults in the house, and then one for the children. Open communication with children can definitely make it beneficial for everybody. The kids have an expanded palate. The kids are understanding that what they're doing is wrong. If they're fighting with their sibling, and hey, you have to respect others. You have to pay more attention. You have to be more aware. Just because they're little people, we treat them like, oh, they can only run around and jump off walls. No. They can learn. They just have to be taught. You have to sit them down and talk to them. Have them talk back. You'll be amazed at what kind of conversations they can hold, what kind of questions they have. Don't ignore them. They're people, just a little smaller. Number five is the ability to say no. It is the most important thing, the most important ability when putting yourself first. No can save you from doing things you don't want to do. No can save you from doing things that will put you, in a bind because you are not finished what you have to do for yourself. No can put that line in the sand that will garner respect. No can be, okay, well, this person is only taking and I'm going to stop giving. So that no is protecting you in way more ways than the yes is. Because the yes is just saying, oh, well, they're a pushover. All I have to do is ask and they're going to do it. No matter what's going on in their life, just ask them. They'll do it. The power of no is the best way to put yourself first. The best way to be the happiest version of you. Drills Talk, episode 95. These are the top 5 reasons to put yourself first. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. It's drills.com. Check this shit out. It's Drills.